Alright, another video with commentary done in post. I'd streamed for 3 or 4 hours early in the day, and this is later in the day when I was just playing on my own casually. I wasn't really trying too hard, I was just sort of screwing around a bit. But we got a win, so we end up uploading those. It's with the SA87, which is the second LMG. Actually surprisingly good. I quite enjoyed doing my runs with it, even though I think it took 25-ish attempts before I got a win. So at the moment, just looking for bounties. I noticed these 3 are nice and close. I've sort of spun around and gone back towards these. Every time I open the parachute, there's like a second of quiet there, and I'm listening to see if I can hear rustling to my left or right, people that are either diving or also opening their chutes. Not hearing anyone, so I'm not feeling threatened at all. I don't bother looking around because I'm confident there's no one there. So we just start looting. I'll grab a bounty ASAP, because it's pretty common for the first bounties to get poached. Grab that. I can see there's shots over in Superstore, so I'm expecting it to get poached. At the moment I got 2 MP7s, a green and a white, so that just gives me 40 extra rounds if I have to swap in a prolonged gunfight. So I'll find something better. Got the assault rifle, so we now got 2 different ammo pools. SMG obviously for the SMG, and AR for the AR. Not too concerned about the UAV, people don't have their loadouts, so there's no hunters out and about. I like throwing down any proximity mines or claymores I get. You'd be surprised how often I ruin someone's day with one of those. Funny. Bounty got poached, bit of extra cash, grabbed another one that was literally right next to me. Convenient. Prisoner, I'm mostly looking for armor at the moment. Heading in the direction of our next bounty, just in case he doesn't get poached. Pretty comfortable with the MP7. Got our trophy so we can start cruising at some point.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Yeah, the shoot to my right. I assume he's landed on the 2-story roof there. The lag. I'm not super concerned about pushing people early game. Like, I'm not looking for kills with the floor loot. I'm just wanting to get my loadout. But obviously killing people, stealing their cash, convenient. Trying to be quiet, just listening out for him. See that door open. Some shots on him. I was getting really low on ammo, so I like dived behind that stairwell there to reload. But the last few rounds I fired at him took him out, so that wasn't a problem. Not 100% sure if that's the guy that was parachuting in or not. Pretty sure it was, but like I said, not 100%. C4, always nice. Swap the ARs over. I'm not really a fan of the... I mean, the green M13's okay, but it's like a pretty short range weapon. The recoil on it always surprises me. Got beamed from above. Somehow I didn't see or hear this guy, and he just had better positioning on me. Fair play. Just focused on the guy in the distance. Go back in, got the SKS. Just a better EBR, really. I see and hear this guy at the same time I've thrown the flash. Go around to the right. Do a bit of a drop shot just in case he's firing, you know, at head level while he's flashed. Get below them. Hit him in the crotch a few times. Looking for bounties. This one's back near my body. One of the initial 3 that I marked when I first dropped. Here I can grab that and maybe get my stuff back if he hasn't looted it. Or even if he has, there's guaranteed to be weapons there. As I'm dropping, I see there's a guy on red roof in the alcove to the left. I'll just get off quickly. Bit of a peek up to see if he's following me, but he's not. Inside, get any weapon just in case he does. Looks like he's engaging someone else though. Kind of want to use the noise he's making to rush up there. Obviously he knows I jumped off, but he's not super aggressive because he didn't follow me off. I'm not sure if he knows I'm still in the building or not. I'll chill here for a while, probably gonna have to fast forward this a little bit. Yeah, the drone. It's pretty often people fire up a drone and then I will be able to rush them before they get out of the drone again. I was going to do that, but he just detonated it immediately for whatever reason. He might have done it downstairs and he couldn't fit up the ladder hole. I've never tried that. I don't think I've said ladder hole before either. It's kind of weird. Hear him running. I thought he was coming down towards me until we hear the shoot. Obviously he's heading away from us. I think he's gone towards that two-story or over towards police. Don't see him anywhere though. Saw the flash of that shoot. This guy just got unlucky. Take him out. Look around to see if anyone's taking shots at me. We've got red dots over here. There's two people on this side fighting. I did notice that all my loot's on the ground. Drop down and grab whatever I can. Cash is still there. I thought it was weird at first until I saw his body. Someone probably killed him. It's the Bruin right there. Took me out. Another guy landed on red. Peek, see if I can see him.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Loadout dropping in the distance. Go for our bounty. Bounty just gives me a direction to head in. Had another loadout drop over here. Now I'm a little concerned because the loadout dropped where my bounty is. So now I know, or I assume, that my bounty has his ghost and his proper attachments on his weapons. Peek this door and see him. I figure he probably saw me, so I rush up for the high ground. Maybe get a better visual. But I probably could have pushed him because he's actually fighting someone else. See him over there. I didn't feel like I had enough time to take him out. I was kind of hoping he'd stand still somewhere else, but he just rushes into the building. I'm not very confident with this gun. It has some pretty solid recoil, and even at this short distance, I just don't really trust it. Kind of waiting for him to climb up onto the roof of his building. Maybe I can challenge him up there. Even if he does beam me, I can sort of back down and be relatively safe.
Got a loadout drop inbound.
Loadout drop, enticing. My priority is to get the loadout because I want to be getting kills with the loadout weapon, the SA87. But I'm not sure if it's better to go and get that and then come back for him, or to just take him out before I go over there. Obviously his bounty counter is saying that the proximity is red, there's someone close. I don't know if he's hiding in a room waiting for me, or if he was actively looking for me though. Came to the conclusion that he was hiding and it wasn't worth waiting around. It's right in here. Saw this guy's shoulder out the corner of my eye. Figured he'd push me, but he didn't. I hear him running up the stairs. Some shots in. I'll put the C4 up to end him. I saw him drop down out the corner of my eye, but there was like a moment where I couldn't focus on him until I detonated the C4, even though detonating it was pointless. Weird like little mental hitch there. So I detonated it anyway before I started shooting at him. Little interesting thing. Grab my loadout. Pistols for quick movement. They work really well in shotgun range, but they don't really stretch out to SMG range. They're good for clearing little rooms like those bathrooms and stuff, but won't kill anyone out here with them. Head back towards our bounty. More plates, always welcome. I noticed he's in the car on the map. Minimap in the top left. Has me a little concerned. There's no other vehicles anywhere near us. Or there's one back in electronics, but that's not super convenient. You have to take a pretty long route to get out to where this guy is. So I'm worried he's going to get in it and just drive away, because I can't really give chase very efficiently. Oh, he runs right at us. Wasn't sure what he was doing, but I was trying to get close enough to the car to C4 it if I had to. Didn't come to that. Got my eye on this truck. Putting a whole bunch of rounds into him for a few reasons. Firstly, obviously, just to let him know that I'm here, so maybe he'll turn around and challenge me. Didn't seem to do that. Secondly, I wanted to do a lot of damage, so if he did come back, or if I chase him down later, at 1 C4, I'll be able to blow him up. Take this guy's MP5. It's built for ADS instead of hipfire. It's fine. I haven't had much experience using the MP5 this way. I end up liking it a fair bit. It just gives me the ability to stretch from sort of shotgun into SMG range, and then the LMG can cover AR and LMG ranges. It just widens my capabilities a little. I noticed the truck stopped, so this guy's gotten out somewhere. I don't know if he's like running away into the airport or if he's waiting for me. So I'm being pretty cautious. It's always hard to hear because these tents are flapping in the wind. See me like twitching towards noises. Spot the guy, he's not moving. He's chilling in a corner. I've been doing a lot of drop shots in this game, not really sure why.
Anybody need this?
Mark a bounty so I can see it through the wall. I wasn't sure if that was up too high. I don't know how to get up there. I'm not going to head for that one. In the truck, I was actually surprised how much health this had left. I thought I would probably do like 40 or 50% when I put 40 rounds into it earlier from the LMG, and it only took like 25%, which is crazy to me. When you reverse into that, that stops all my backwards momentum immediately, so it's like a really efficient 3-point turn. You don't have to counteract your backwards momentum before you accelerate. Just slam into that and then immediately accelerate. I do that a lot with all vehicles whenever I'm doing a 3-point turn like that. Now at the moment I'm just looking for trouble, just cruising around, waiting for people to take shots at me. Like I said earlier, I wasn't really taking this game too seriously. I'm just running around looking for anyone to start trouble with. The body on the ground there. Looking for the guy that did it. See a red dot on the minimap in this direction. Realise it's actually a cluster. Obviously someone on the right has called a cluster in on someone on the left, so I know there's 2 people over here in that direction. Gas is going to push him towards me. There's all the scorch marks on the ground here and a body right in the middle with all his loot. Obviously that guy's dead. Probably not going to be someone over here. The guy will be further to the left, back where we came from. So we're looking that way, don't see anything, but I'm heading back in that direction, hoping I can cut him off. Find him in the hangar somewhere. Big truck, small hole. Subtiming a bit so I don't get sniped out of the driver's seat. Happens far too often. Dead guy there, loot. Can't see anyone in the hangar there. Another dead guy there that I drove past before. Not seeing anyone, so I figure I'll just move on. Go and grab a bounty. Then I spot this guy. Survive the rocket. I jump out behind the cover here. Whiff a whole bunch of shots, but he doesn't realise that I'm out of the truck until way too late. So we take that. Let's hop into the MP5 just for the movement speed. Same reason I run around with the pistols. That LMG feels pretty slow. Even though I don't have the big barrel on it or anything. Quick glance into the building just to make sure there's no one hiding in a corner. We love to hide in really weird places, especially in solos. When I'm just deciding which vehicle I want, I could take this whip, throw my trophy on it, but I'm not sure how much health it has, and it's not a natural spawn there, so someone's already been driving it. So I just opt for this truck, which hasn't been moved. I was expecting it to be at full health. It is. Start cruising again. Know where our bounty is. Just keeping an eye out for people. We're a very big target, so maybe someone will take shots at us. Keeping an eye out for optical glint. Snipers looking at us. There's a direction to head in. I know that there's still a guy somewhere over in this direction from the cluster strike area. Keep an eye out for him. Look away up here. I'm expecting him to be either in this building to my immediate right or the school just here. Although I have found people hiding in this little building, so I clear that one first, just looking through the door in the window here. Not seeing anyone. Not stopping. Jump out and push in. We'll clear either of them. Start with this one. Either no one here or someone ghosted. Being pretty quiet, just trying to listen at the moment. Picking up on anything though. See his head for a second, like out of a horror movie. Where's C4, but I've got AED, so that's no real threat. Just push in on him. See someone on the road there, running across to the rocks on the left. Top. A few shots into him. He's got pretty good cover from where I am. I'll turn around looking for the ladder. I never remember which end of the building it's at. Just want to get some elevation on him and shoot him from above. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. He can hide behind that rock or push to my truck, really. That's it. So he missed 100 shots until the very last round. Flips his head, takes him out.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
This guy either got very unlucky or made a very poor decision. Facing with the faster weapon. Even at the time, I wasn't sure how I killed that guy. Did those first few rounds travel through the floor? Or did the follow-ups like hit him in the foot? Even watching in post, it's pretty hard to tell. Got red dots on the minimap, so we know there's at least 2 guys in this building. There's probably only 1 by now. The gunfire has stopped, but I know there's someone in there. You probably would have heard me firing. Check the heartbeat. Even if I know where a guy is, I like to know whether or not he's ghosted. So I know if I can rely on the heartbeat sensor to track him or not. Checking both sides of the balcony, seeing if he's pushing up on our building. Checking my flanks.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Saw him for a second. Got the optical glint. Whenever you see that glint, you really only got 2 options. Either you get out of the way or you hit him so that his aim is like uncontrollable. Put a few rounds into him so he can't hit me very well. Not really the best range to be sniping from. Move back a little bit just in case he saw me when I saw him. Like he's trying to get away. Back him a few more times. I don't know if I can wallbang this wall or not, but I'll try. If I got a hit marker anywhere during that spray, I would have fired into it more. But now I'm getting sniped at from up the mountain, so it's time to go. He's got better position on me.
Going this way.
Take note of his location. Hoping to go and deal with him, and then have the guy that I was just trying to fight then rotate up into me. He'll still be pushing me when I've got the high ground, or at least a better position.
Got gas moving in. UAV overhead.
Head up looking for this guy. I was expecting him to have moved towards the zone already. It's always nice to just make sure. I would expect him to be near the buildings to my left. We can have cover. See the glint behind me. Serpentine a little bit so he doesn't get an easy shot on me. I'm a little bit concerned because it's always rough dealing with 2 snipers that both have a different angle on you. Try and take one out. Run him over. There's been a lot of situations like this where you down them in the gas, but they managed to get up and get away. Wasn't sure if he was going to be one of those cases. A few rounds into him just to make sure he doesn't keep coming. Back in the truck, get away from the gas. Gonna try and position myself between this guy and the zone, so again he has to push through me. Never sitting still because I don't know if there's people to my left sniping at me. Flicking the camera around a lot, trying to pick up any optical glint anyway. Spot this guy on the hill. Go out and challenge him. I think he saw me at the last second as he was throwing the C4 and tried to back up, which is why the C4 didn't go very far. Got him mid-animation there, unlucky for him. Here I tried to stop the truck by slamming it into that concrete bollard, but I obviously missed. I was hoping to use it as an extra wall between me and that house to block this window, but no one's firing at me, so it didn't matter.
New safe zone located.
I'll drive.
Back in the truck, start rotating. Just trying to start trouble. I don't really know where anyone is at this point, so I'm just waiting for some glint, waiting for some traces, some dots on the map. Just anything really to give me a direction to head in. Got missile locking, I got the trophy, so I'm not worried about it. I was hoping to see some like the missile trail, so that would give me a direction. But Pretty sure it was the Joker coming right down at me. See red dots over here. Probably came from this direction. One dead guy on the ground, and I see him in the back. Tries to challenge me. I'm just gonna win that every time. Take him out. Near a sniper, like deep left. I'm not sure if he's shooting at me or not, so using the wall for cover while we loot these guys. Don't really have anything useful. I think we've got one plate and a bit of extra cash. Not really hurting for cash, so it doesn't really matter that much. More traces to the left. I know there's no dots on the map. I know there's 2 over here. There's only 6 guys left total, 5 now. I'm assuming that sniper is up on the hills to my right somewhere. I don't know where this guy is, but we know he's down here somewhere. Just pushing near the gas to try and find him. A lot of dead bodies, a lot of loot. No idea where he is. He's probably rotated far to the left, heading up towards the hills. Saw a red dot up near where that precision airstrike is. I'm assuming that's our sniper or someone challenging the sniper, just clearing the perimeter. At this point I've decided that I probably need to push for the high ground. I thought I had enough time here to see traces in the distance there. And 2 people on top. Looking at the map is the first time I realised that I'm going to get so deep into the gas trying to come up here. Lost the truck. Barely got into the zone. Looking at the map now, it would be pretty hard for someone to be higher than I am on that little cliff to the right. But they could be up there. I realise the wall is pretty shitty cover, so I want to get to this rock. Timing, because I see this guy. Down him pretty easily, and then he's like juking me somehow. I don't know what his plan was. Take him out. Just seems like he was crawling around to be awkward. But I guess he didn't have many options. Here I'm just wasting time. I don't think there's anyone else up here with me, but I'm not sure. Not staying still for obvious reasons, don't want to get sniped. Heartbeat to check below me. At this point, I don't really rely on the heartbeat very much, because everyone's usually got ghost. But never hurts to check. Like I said, just screwing around wasting time. I wasn't expecting to get this far into the game. It's supposed to be a casual match. I think I played 2 or 3 later in the afternoon. Nobody's doing anything, so I'm waiting for the gas to push everyone in. It's clearing off this top level, so I'm confident that I've got the high ground here. Thought I saw movement, but it's just the gas. My corner's on the way down. Make sure I'm maintaining that high ground and there's no one up here to challenge me.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
At this point it's just a waiting game. Wait for the zones to close, wait for the gas to push everyone in. There's only 3 guys left. I'm in the best position there is, really. Though I'm a little bit worried about that house down below. Those 2 upper windows. I've had people shoot me from them before. They got a pretty good view on me. Heartbeat gives this guy away. Trying to find him, trying to get an angle on him. Trying not to stay too still in case someone down there is watching me.
Gas is inbound.
Really annoying to get one-shot headshot. It's late to the game. Some C4s, try and kill him or flush him out. Heartbeat tells me he's moving. Looks like the very last round I fired connected with his head and took him out. Biggest cash, why not? Gas mask in case I need to do a special play, a fun play later on. Again, worried about this house. I just thought I saw a silhouette when this other guy opened up on him. Pushed the house. I wanted to C4 the top window, but I didn't have any left. Down to the right, just listening at this point. Hear him running. Window. Down he comes. Challenge him with the LMG. My instincts at that time was screaming to pull out the MP5, but one of the rules, the last kill has to be done with the weapon. We got it with the SA87. Basically just sat still and challenged him. Whoever had the best DPS and aim won. I think that guy was a bit frazzled, wasn't hitting many shots. So even though I was just aiming for body, still took him out. I don't think the guy that was in the top floor damaged him, but he might have. We got the win, 16 kills, 8 of which were with the SA87. I chill here, just waiting to see if anyone was going to talk to me, but no one does. We leave the game, look at the builds. This weapon is definitely better with a compensator over the suppressors. I was sort of swapping back and forth between suppressor and compensator. Ended up winning with the suppressor. This build, I show you the pistol build as well, even though I didn't use it. I can't show you the MP5 build because it wasn't mine, I just picked it up off the ground. Ran Ghost the whole time, no restock this time. And there you have it. See you next time.